Hey, we're back for another season of When Marriage and Purpose Collide.
We share our dating experiences and have our own story that led to marriage.
We are here to inspire and encourage Christian singles who are striving to date with a purpose and have a desire for marriage. As a coach that helps women in their dating season
And guide men in theirs, we will provide you with thought provoking hot topics that can challenge your thinking and encourage you in your single season.
so take notes and join in on the discussion. We would love to see your input in the conversation. Now, on to the
next.
episode. Hey, y'all. Hey, we are going to continue with the episode in just a sec. But before we do, I have something to share. So if you don't know me, I'm Lucretia Haley. I'm a speaker, author, and purpose and relationship coach. I teach Christian single women how to date with confidence and cultivate relationships that lead to love and commitment. So listen, if you're a single sister out there, and I get it, it is tough dating out in this season. It's a lot going on, right? But you may be listening to relationship sermons, even going to church and your church has done a series on relationships. You keep be the one that's reading. You are in the books, reading books from these notable authors that are sharing biblical information in regards to relationships and singleness and all the things, right? You could be watching podcasts just like this one and many others that are out there, getting and gathering all the information you can just because you know you need to fulfillment and you need to get that uplift to encourage you in your single season. And most importantly, you may be going to singles nights, you may be hanging with your girls, all the things, but you find yourself still stuck. You find yourself in a place to where you still need some assistance. And if you were anything like myself, I did all the things that I just mentioned. I took the notes. I read the books. I listened, right? All the things that I did, but I did not have anybody to walk alongside me on my single journey to share the things that I needed to hear, to tell me how I needed to date, to shield me from what I didn't need to get myself into. So, listen, sis, this is where my purpose and relationship skills come into play because I want to help you because I needed help myself. So, I have two programs, right? Two programs out there just for you. And it's one is called Can't Wait to Date Sessions. Yes, can't wait to date because I can't wait for you to date with confidence, to date with courage, to date with boldness, and to finally meet the guy that God has for you. And what we'll do on these sessions is I'll break you down into phases, right? There's a pause phase, right? Some of y'all are coming into your season where you're probably pausing out of a relationship and you're ready to start new, or you still want to know what's going on. Some of you are dating just to explore, which is totally fine. Some of you are dating exclusively, and some of you are out there are dating and engaged, right? You're engaged and you're ready to be married. And so I'm here to help you out. So we're going to talk about relationships of your past. What are those blocks that may have been holding you back from continuing in your future? We're going to talk about conversations that you should have on the early dating stages, and also your energy on dates and how that makes or breaks, right? The dates that you can have, or the phone calls that you have, the online dating experience that you have. Also, we're talking about choosing well. What does it look like to really choose the guy that's meant for you, right? And so, what you'll leave with in this dating session is a customized dating plan that's going to help jumpstart you in a new direction to helping you with dates that can happen in the future and that you can just start walking with confidence, start walking with clarity, right? No more confusion and no more frustration. It's all about walking in clarity and confidence. The second program that I have is called the Before the Husband program. It is a coaching program, 6 weeks, jam packed with great tools and resources, helping you from your single stage all the way into your married stage, meaning I'm going to be giving you information and we're going to have some discussions and conversations about what it means to be married, what it means to date, and what it means to come back to yourself and self awareness, right? Most importantly, will you be ready to invite the guy that you want in your life? You say you want somebody, which cool, sis. I believe you. I'm here with you. I'm rocking with you. However, if they were to be on your doorstep right now, would you say you can invite them in? Would you say that relationship could last without self sabotage? right? And some of you may have come from unhealthy relationships or in your family, in your generations past, and you're the one who's breaking that curse, right? You're the one who's going to do it the right way. So listen, before the husband coaching is open now, go to and can't wait to date sessions, right? Both are available. So please go to the description, click the link, and I can't wait to have you in the session. I can't wait to chat with you. I can't wait to relate with you. We're going to have a good time and it's going to be a blessed experience. All right. I love y'all. Have a wonderful day. Now, let's get on to the episode. Back. Probably can't hear it. Probably can't even hear it.
No, I can't hear none of that.
Do the thunderclap. Do the thunderclap. A rock away. A rock away.
There we go.
What's up, y'all? We are back for another episode of When Marriage
And Purpose
Collide,
the
the
podcast.
podcast. And we're here. Hi, Daryl. Daryl. Should I call you Daryl or DJ? Which one?
Please don't do that. Although it happened again at work. Somebody said Daryl and other Daryls popped up.
How many Daryls?
I think there's a third one. Because the other Daryl said, "Hey, there's another Daryl in here." I'm like, how many Daryls is? We about to take over.
The Daryl takeover. Daryl.
We had to ask him which one. That was the same day we had to talk to the homeless man out in the lobby, and the manager's like, "Daryl, come here," and we all look like, "What?" He's like, "No, the other Daryl. Which one? Daryl H. He's Daryl H. I'm Daryl H."
Oh gosh.
Which
so you can't even.
He's like, "You." I'm like, "Oh, okay." We all like, just say it. He don't know.
Listen.
He told me, he's like, "You need to change your name. You change your name."
Right.
I don't care if you was a Daryl before me.
Yeah, so you are part of the Daryl crew. Part of the Daryl crew.
For some reason, Tony Becker keep doing these names.
Voiceovers.
Daryl?
The animals?
Yeah, I'm like, why you gotta use me?
Right.
I know it ain't me, but still.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, confessionals.
This is my confession after I said all I can say. So, you go first this time. What is your confession?
Shoot, I was hoping you say something else because I forgot what it was.
It was about how we've been feeling in the house.
Oh, let me bring this up. Every weekend, it seems, kids are sick, we get sick. Every weekend. I think it was like one weekend where we was like nobody was sick, and we enjoyed ourselves. We actually went out, went to church. I think we went to a restaurant.
Yep.
Everything was cool. All because we wasn't sick. We celebrate that.
Yep.
Now, every weekend, like literally Friday night, somebody's temperature's up.
Yep. Before that, I got a cold or whatever it was.
Lavelle was strapped and he still got the cough, and I'm pretty sure that's what gave Delia wherever she got going on.
But it has calmed down. See, I tell you, like it's always
evening time is fine.
Yeah. So what is it?
Pollen? I don't know. Pollen in the house? I don't know.
So that, and then you got issues too.
Mine's not even sickness.
It is, but it's another thing in the house. What you got?
Toothache.
Yeah. Because you didn't have nobody tell you to take out your wisdom teeth when you was younger.
I'm just like, my wisdom came in. I was like, it's cool. No, it's not. Yeah, it needs to get out. And they talking about not until the end of this month.
Yeah, so I don't understand why. What y'all got going on where y'all can't do emergency wisdom tooth pulls?
Yeah, everybody got teeth situations.
I guess everybody using their insurance. They new insurance they got. So it's piling up the
think about that. It's that new insurance time. Got to use it up.
Use it up. I bet you catch them in June. Be like,
June,
tomorrow, come in.
Yeah, come on in. You can do it right now.
Right.
No, he's like, we booked up.
Man.
Actually, everything booked up. Car stuff is booked up. Teeth booked up. Well, we already know the health system is just
just crazy. But the car system too is. Oh, we still didn't get the card.
Nah, I had to call again. I got to reschedule.
Okay.
I missed the other one because we had stuff going on. I forgot all about it.
Oh, okay. So we got to reschedule a whole new.
I got to do it on a day where you're not going to work.
Or I could come home.
Okay, I'll do it so you
You
can
can let
come.
me.
So you can come home early.
You can let me know what day it is, and I don't
I
have to
got
go
you.
in.
I got you. I'll let you know.
So, you just gotta make it a
Communication.
day that I'm not presenting.
Anyway, I was saying about these kids. Sorry to cut you off, but these kids and sickness. And I used to laugh at my friend about it because it's like, bro, you always sick because of your kids. And now I understand because every weekend, especially since they started school, every weekend is
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
That's my confession. I'm tired of it.
Every
Sick of
week
it.
is something.
I'm sick of it.
You're not too sick of it because you don't be going nowhere.
No. I'm sick of it because I have to deal with the sickness. I don't care
Yeah,
about the go nowhere. That just gives me the
I care
excuse.
about the go somewhere because I did want to take Delia skating
Oh yeah.
this week, or in Lavelle, because it was skate night for her
Like
school.
some parents just say, forget it. I don't care if y'all sick all the time. That's
Because
probably what
their kids are always sick, so they're
that's
like,
probably
"Well,
what
forget
happened.
it."
Man, forget it. You going anyway.
Especially if they're not acting sick. It's like, wait a minute, you laughing, you ain't sick.
Delia is actually you could tell she is. She's
When
like,
she's fighting it.
yeah, she's like, Daddy, I'm hot. She just asked me, can you check my temperature again? It's not gonna make you feel better. I just let you know.
Yeah.
I give it to you. It's not gonna do anything.
Right. So it's just I don't know. I really don't know how to call it or what to call it, but we're here now. This is a little bit about parenting. So that we'll talk about today. Today is our parenting
Excuse
episode.
me.
What?
Confession.
I know. I'm saying that.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just saying
Hey.
it's also my confession is also a little bit about what we're talking about too, but one of my coworkers is always traveling to places like off just he's like, "Oh, I went to Florida. I went to California this weekend. And I went to Texas and I went to New York." I'm like, "Dude, but he is like he just graduated. Well, he didn't just graduate, but he's been out of college for a little while now. But he's just going places. I'm like, I wish I would have done more of that in my younger years. I was telling somebody that too, and she was like, "But would you really have done it though?" I was like, man, well, if I knew what I knew now, I would have made myself do it. But would you have went anywhere by it? Now, of course, he has family in some places. Sometimes, some place it was a concert. He met up with some friends that he met online, and it was a meetup group or whatever, And so he's just that type of person where he's just fun and outgoing and can do that. But would I have done that is another question I should ask myself. Um, Even if I had the opportunity to do it, would I have done it? I don't know. I don't know. Would you?
If I had that kind of money, most likely. But
Yeah.
it probably would not have been around other people.
You was just gone by yourself to other places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I've been wanting to do that for a while when I was like single. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, man, I want to go here and there. But technically, I didn't have to worry about that because my
Mm-hmm.
daddy took me anyway.
True.
Like, but we never went to party places. It was all like
Mm-hmm.
national parks and stuff.
Yeah, which you're still traveling. You got
Yeah,
to see the
so
world,
I didn't
see
have
the
to worry
country.
about that. It's just it wasn't places like, oh, I want to go to New York. That's why I never been to New York.
Yeah, because it wasn't a national
Actually,
historic location.
I don't think I've ever been to California until I met you.
Yeah,
At least I don't remember going to Cali.
you didn't go. So
I could have went
you didn't go.
as a baby.
No, you didn't go. You was in North Dakota chilling as a
No,
baby.
I wasn't chilling.
Chilly. Nah.
I was cold, but I wasn't chilling. I just
But
to ride my bike.
So ride your bike. So it's like some of those things that you think about now that you're married, now you have kids.
Oh, now
You're like, how can I travel? Now I'm trying to fit in the schedule. Like, what does it even look like? Like, I can't even go more than 4 days because it's like you try to figure out what to do with the kids. And then when we had a pet, what to do with the pet and the kids.
Man, that was more.
Yeah.
This should be a whole pet episode. That
whole pet episode.
But that should be a confessional. I'm gonna add that to my confession. That right there is taking your pet on a trip.
Mm-hmm.
Is no, it ain't it.
Yeah.
We took our dog to
Our anniversary trip.
to Colorado. I ain't never seen her bark this much in my life. She was barking at every single thing that was passing by that door.
Everything.
I get it. She was protecting us, but I had to buy one of them bark collars. It was like, just be quiet. God, I want to say the other word, but I can't say it. Get up. Get up. It's like you barking at everything. You be over trying to sleep 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, not only that, about taking her with us, but also about finding somebody to watch her.
Yeah, every time we left, we had to find somebody, and it was getting slim.
It was getting slim.
There's a lot of people like, we don't want to watch it no more.
Yeah, it's just that, and so it's like that, and now we have kids, 2 of them, and so now we got to figure out what to do with them.
That's not slim. People want to watch our kids. It's only slim because we like, we don't know about that.
Yeah, and if we plan in advance, and so it's just like you get to thinking, you're like, would I have? How many places would I have been able to go to? Like, what I've been able to do? And so, if you're single out there now, and you have freedom, and you don't have children, and you
Or a pet,
and even if you do, oh yeah, that's your phone over there. Even if you do, go out, figure out how you can spend time and travel. Go if you have a friend that you know that lives in another place and you've never visited that place, just go.
Now, this ain't to deter you to have kids and stuff, because eventually you'll be able to take your kids all over the place. It's
Like
just
people do that.
there's a window though.
Yeah, only a
when
window.
you
Short.
can't take your kids everywhere when like they infant and stuff.
Newborn.
Yeah. Well, some people do it anyway. Like that one lady we saw where newborn was out, head all up in the cold.
Oh my gosh! If y'all don't put socks,
no, a hat.
Head covering and socks on your children.
It was negative 30 outside.
It was negative degrees and temperatures, and just because the baby is on your chest, and maybe there's some scientific research about it, as if they lock to your body, then the body heat from you can. But the feet was all out and the head not covered. I was like, what is happening?
No cap.
And I just heard my mama in my head. Why that baby ain't got no shoes on?
I don't know how we got there, but anyway.
Anyway, so travel, get out, do something, or staycation. Do a staycation inside.
I would love a good staycation,
man.
Anytime.
So it's like you got to fight to find time to do it now. So
yeah, my staycation, even though I stay here, still got people here.
And I still gotta plan mine. I didn't have mine last year.
Oh yeah, you were supposed to do that. I forgot about it. You should have told me.
I'm telling you now.
Don't tell me now.
I'm telling you, I need 2 staycations to make up for the last one I didn't have.
All right.
So I need one in the
You need one next weekend?
I need one. I don't know if I can do next weekend, but
see, that's what happened. I don't know if I can do it this weekend. It will just end up forgetting, and next
because we got episodes record.
So we could stream it. That's the whole point.
Oh, I will be in the.
I will do
like how they do on
like Kevin and Angel.
Oh yeah, they be doing that.
You can stream it. You'll be okay.
Anyway, we'll figure it out. So, what we talking about today?
How is parenting going?
How is parenting going for us now?
I'm a daddy.
I have
to tell myself that.
Now we only have 6 years of experience with this, so we can only go up to that far.
I don't know what you're talking about. I experienced since 2014.
2014?
Well, probably longer than that.
What are you talking about?
Didn't they say having a dog is like having kids?
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so we only got like 6 years of experience with that. I guess if you add pregnancy, you could add that. Add a pandemic, it add 5 more years to that. So so we got some years, but and really we're not experts. We just wanted to share how parenting has been going. So if anybody wants to have a peek into our lives, like, how is parenting? We talk about the kids, we talk about marriage, we talk about dating, but sometimes we don't talk about the children. So we're talking about the children and how it's been since. And why are you looking like that?
I love my kids. Go ahead.
So let's dive in, babe. Let's talk about the early years. Ooh, I mean, I don't know how far we want to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been 6 years. How early are you talking about?
Early years.
Like when they first
when we were sleep deprived years. And handling them to both of them and adjusting to different demands. Like,
Yeah, well, oh, you talking about when they both was coexisting in a
yeah,
life?
exactly. Here comes a child, maybe.
Is it still? Oh,
I hear it. What you got?
man,
What was life like for us? Let's talk about it in terms of how these things
why
maybe
not turn
affect
to the side?
why it had how has everything affected maybe our marriage, um what affected our routines, because we do have an episode that is life before kids
Hmm.
episode, so we probably have you tag that
Well,
in it, but go ahead.
shoot, I exactly don't know where to start with that. I just know it was very stressful because of the sleep part, but at the same time, it was like bliss because it's like I'm experiencing having a baby. Well, me not literally having a baby, but taking care of a baby.
Right.
And since it's a kids episode, we just gonna actually probably should just let it roll every time they interrupt us so you can know about it because I forget what I'm talking about every time. But anyway, was basically what it was like when they both was coexisting in our lives. Uh, um, which they still are. Let's see. I know I tried my best to have some kind of sleep with both of us where we was taking turns, which it worked great the first time with
Mhm.
Delia.
Mhm.
It was awesome because it was like, okay, you go to sleep, I'll take care of her during the night. I'm like
Mhm.
take a nap here and there,
Mhm.
and then I'll go sleep during the day. For me, on my side, it was cool, but on your side, you was just like this ain't working. Especially
For
when,
delays.
yeah,
Well, yeah, it was hard to transition that because you realize like we were together, we were married for 2 years
hmm
already, and I had to shift from having you. Well, I wasn't working, of course, but I had the baby, and so I had to get up early. You went to work, so basically my everything.
I don't know. That was before. Remember, I took off like at least two two
Oh, well,
months.
yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. Before that. But when after that,
After that, it was
after
yeah.
you weren't there, it was like, okay, it was go time. So I had to be home, and of course babies wake up early, so 5, 6 o'clock, and then you have to just go from there.
hmm
So I remember like trying to build a routine and trying to do like my praise and worship, in the morning with her, and then trying to figure out my sleep schedule. Yeah. But then you weren't there, so you would come home, and then also not only, so yes, you were still present, but then you had to come home and sleep, which means I still had to last longer with taking care of Delia. So you didn't come home and be like, "Oh, switch."
Yeah,
It was like,
it
come
couldn't.
home, sleep,
So I
so that,
could switch.
yeah, and then when it's time for me to go to sleep, then you had Delia,
But
which,
that was a confessional, and I used to take a little quick nap in the car
mhm,
right when I got to work. So if anybody that works for me sees this, that's why I was missing
that's why I was missing.
because I was
So
like, I'm tired, I can't do it.
yeah, so it was that, and it was just I don't know, like how I don't know how we were. Like, how would you say our relationship was
It
with
was
all of that?
it wasn't strained,
It
nothing
was
like
just a
that.
lot.
It was just a lot of like for us, it was always the stuff outside of everything. As
Mhm.
far as our communication and everything, we still had communication. If there's any concerns, you still brought it up.
Yeah.
Um, I think the only thing that was different, especially after being home for that long and then going to work,
Mhm.
I wish I knew it was probably going to be even more stressful. Just the fact that I wasn't there to help.
Yeah.
Um, During the time I'm at work, I was helpful when I got home.
Mhm.
Just to let y'all know. Um, I just know it was stressful in that part where it's just like, okay, I gotta stay up a little longer, let him get his sleep, and then get up and then or go to sleep when he gets up or whatnot. And since we had that communication, we always exchange whatever what needs to be done. This is this.
Yeah.
If if dinner was cooked or not, or are you going to cook? And
Are we bringing home food? What we doing?
yeah, what we doing, that kind of stuff. So we still have that. It wasn't like we was missing anything. It was just trying to work in having the baby
Right.
and taking care of them.
Yeah. And yeah. So you adding him in now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with him,
Yeah.
it was a little bit more
Yeah.
because one, she was a little bit more. I ain't gonna say self sufficient because she wasn't.
Right.
She was a little bit more her own.
Yeah.
She can do a little bit more. So it wasn't that much on her part. It was
Hmm.
just now trying to do the same system we had with her
Yeah.
with him,
Hmm.
and then trying to juggle her,
Hmm.
which I would say as a baby she did very well.
Yeah.
She slept when she needed to sleep,
Hmm.
woke up.
Yep.
Um,
She wasn't like how some people, our first was, whoa,
yeah,
we didn't have that
no,
experience with her.
no, she slept
Yeah.
when she was
She
supposed to
was,
sleep
yeah, she
nighttime.
did. She was like our good child. Not that he was like a bad child.
No,
It was just like when he came, he was just different. He was just opposite.
yeah,
So we were used to her. So we were hoping that he was like her, and he wasn't. So, but he wasn't still off the chain either. It was just his time schedule was just a little different, and
yeah.
he wasn't going to sleep
We
like he.
couldn't do
Yeah,
the same with her.
yeah,
Like with her, she went to sleep throughout the night. So a lot of times, even if I was watching her
uh,
tonight, I could have actually went to sleep,
yeah,
but I wanted to stay up anyway just to make
uh
sure.
yeah,
Because one, first child, I don't know what's
yeah,
happening.
mm-hmm,
I'm like, make sure she don't start choking or something. I'm
yeah,
knocked out.
yeah,
But with him, it was just like, okay, since game plan ain't working, we're gonna try to everybody try to go to sleep thing, and that kind of worked.
yeah,
We both had to wake up. Like she'll wake me up, be like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, can you handle him? Like, oh, okay.
yeah,
Over here, yeah, it was rough doing that.
yeah.
I tell you that now.
Yeah, it was rough because he had both of them, and
Yeah.
then we had to deal with the schedules for both of them to be dropped off in the morning. So now I was getting them ready. It was now doing all the things to make sure they had whatever. Thankfully, we had a sitter where we didn't have to worry about like the
Oh
transition
man.
to that wasn't as what most parents have to deal with.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have to worry about getting her hair done because our sitter did her hair. I didn't have to worry about getting snacks. Sitter had snacks, food on deck. Like
Soul food.
I didn't have to worry about even like she would even take them to different places
Yeah.
where, they would get that like she take them to the Amish, take them on a field trip to the Amish farm or whatever. Like stuff like that where it was
We
like,
were just like, okay, as long as they
okay,
bring back.
yep. And so we didn't have to worry. I didn't have that. We didn't have to deal with the stipulations, even like for holidays when schools are out or we didn't have to deal with that. We knew what they were doing, we knew where they were going. And so that is what kept us. But then like moving up now is like now they have two separate places we have to take them to.
Hmm.
She has to go on the bus, he has to go to preschool. So two separate drop offs, got to get them both ready, make sure both of their hair is straight, make sure everything like night before clothes. So it's a lot of that transition. And it's like for me, this has been since they were born.
I know.
I don't do well with trying to do routines. Like I somewhat do well, the prep work because with it's kind of like meal prepping. I don't do well meal prepping, so I'm not gonna do well with trying to get people that I got all their clothes together for 5 days for the week. I wish I could do that. I started off well. It was it. The intentions were great.
I think even with prepping with them, it wouldn't even matter.
Especially right now because she's so extra with what she wants to wear. So I'll have something planned out and she'll even look at me and say, this is what she wants to wear when she wakes up in the morning. Now I don't want to wear that. You told me last night this is what you wanted to wear.
I changed my mind.
I changed my mind. And I'm like, I forgot. She's at that age.
And now you gotta sit there and think: should I pick a battle with this little girl about
Yeah.
what she need to wear,
Yeah.
or just say forget it and put this on? And
Exactly.
that's why they be looking crazy. That's why my son was looking like Mr. Rogers on Friday.
I dressed him up Mr. Rogers.
I know he was looking kind of crazy up top. What a wonderful day in the
but
neighborhood.
but yeah, and so the other demands I would say that we have, I had it and I lost it. Any other
Oh, my bad.
demands that we have that you think we have to? I think something that we do have to think about too is their health.
Yeah.
And so, like, Delia has allergies in different types of ways. So not only does she have a tree nut allergy, she has an allergy with stuff outside, outdoor allergies. And so it
Trees.
just right, tree nut
The
trees.
trees.
And so we had to realize that.
He got eczema.
Yeah, eczema, and then going through.
Is he even diagnosed eczema? We just
No,
saying
she
this.
said a mild case. The doctor said a mild, so it
Yeah.
wasn't like full blown.
That boy just itchy.
And so she's itchy and scratchy show.
Exactly. Nighttime.
And so so I think it's just, yeah, dealing with those demands, like thinking about how to make sure. And I think the sleep deprivation doesn't go away. The always thinking about them never goes away. And of course, this is what my mom tells me. This is what other moms who are, kids are out of the house and his kids who are already married and stuff, like, your mind never stops from thinking about them. It just doesn't. Just doesn't. So this is why moms and dads too, I shouldn't leave you out, but moms more so, like, we take care of everything, like the going ons in the house, and it's not that dads don't, it's that that's what our nature is. So before I got married, or before, you're thinking about, like, I remember people used to tell me, I don't see you as like a homemaker. I don't see you as like that person. Like, not that they were downing me or whatever. It's like, it's just hard for them to see. And I was like, girl, it's hard for me to see too. Like, when I was talking to people, but it God gives you what you need for moments when you need it. So I never thought that I'll be like this. I never thought that I would want to cook what they like and do all the things that I want to make sure that that's done for them, and all that. It comes as you grow. And I'm sure same for you as a father, like, just
Yep.
seeing all the things, but this is why it's so helpful to have a man and a woman in the house, because he don't, some of the stuff I look at, he don't see. Like, I know stuff in the house, like, I want to organize this. He's like, I don't care. It could have been like that for years. As long as I know that it's
I'm
there,
more worried
I know
about
it's
trying
there.
to get them in line and disciplined and structured. And
Yeah.
watch who you talking to.
Yeah. And so, but it's like more of like,
they be trying to get wild.
but I know I look at what makes the stuff, what would make things easier for me.
Get the stuff out the way.
Yeah.
I try.
Yeah, but it's not like a thing. And
No.
so if it's your thing,
mine is a lesson out of it though. It's
yeah,
like, I get it. You want the place clean and stuff, but I want them to know y'all caused this mess. You clean it.
yeah. So that's why it's imperative to have that, because, yeah. So, babe, recently I've been on social media, and as I'm scrolling, I'm seeing a lot of people who are struggling in their relationships. And the main thing is communicating. Like, they don't know how to communicate. What do you say about that? What you thinking?
I know a lot of it's mostly geared towards the men and with the lack of communication, and how, like, oh, they can't hold one or something like that, or they're not capable.
Yeah. And I think it's just a learning thing. Like, when you get together, there needs to be tools and resources that you can have to help navigate that journey.
Yeah.
With communicating.
Some kind of structure.
Yeah, some kind of structure, something that you can go to often, and then make your own.
Yeah.
And so I think that's where we come into play.
Oh yeah, we got something for you.
Yeah, we got something called the Communication Game Changer.
Yeah.
It's like a guide that can help you in the season wherever you are, whether you are dating exclusively, you're engaged, or married.
Even single.
I mean, yeah, even if you're single, you can learn, and it's basically a structured question that you can start asking your spouse or significant other.
Yeah.
And I think it can help those who are out there, and it's really a starting point. It's not the ending point. So if you need therapy, go to therapy, but this is a great start.
Definitely a great start, especially y'all having arguments and nobody's listening to each other. We got some.
And we definitely use this. We use this structure, have been using it for a long time now in our marriage, and it's helped us greatly. So
we just want to share it with you.
We just want to share it with you. So go ahead and click the link in the description to get your copy of the Communication Game Changer. All right. That's how we do it. So The next. Oh, unless you have anything else you want to add.
Oh, I was gonna say the demands is like
Okay.
demands is high because some kids want snacks 24/7.
Right.
My biggest demand is not to be mad like the Hulk all the time because I have to sit there and think to myself like, okay, I can't be mad right now. I
Hmm.
have to use this moment as a teaching moment,
Yeah.
and that's a a big demand because
Yeah.
you have to catch yourself a lot
Yeah. Yeah.
because a bunch of times I'm like, why you?
Why you?
You know
Yeah.
what? Let's talk about this. Let's figure this out. Nope, stand in front of me. Let's talk about
Yeah.
this. See why you did it. What needs to be done.
Hmm.
Like because actually just recently, today, my son decided to go get crackers.
Oh, without telling me.
Oh no, I asked him. I said,
Oh.
who told you to get crackers? He said, Mommy did. Did
Hmm.
you ask Mommy? He said yes. So I was like, Mommy, did you say anything about crackers? No.
Hmm.
I'm like, okay, put the crackers back. Because I instantly was like, I
Uh-huh.
could do something right now,
Yeah.
but what you gonna learn from that?
Yep.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You're just gonna learn not to touch the crackers.
Yeah.
I'm going to teach you that you shouldn't lie. That's
Hmm.
the problem.
Hmm.
So I asked him, like, why are you in trouble right now?
Hmm.
Because I grabbed crackers? No, that's not
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
It's part of it, but that's not it. That's it.
Yeah.
What's the next thing? Because I was hungry? No, why would you be in trouble for being hungry? I'm
He
like,
just
no.
making now, mind you, we didn't tell the ages
Yeah,
of
he
the
he's
he's
three.
going on 14. So
He's three going on 14. She's six,
right,
which
going on 21.
feel like a whole teenager right there. So I basically because he's three and he still somewhat understands, I'm trying to teach him a lesson
Yeah.
about not lying.
Yeah.
So I told him it's like, no, because I asked you, did you
Hmm.
ask Mommy? And what did you say? You said yes.
Yeah.
And that's a lie. So
Hmm.
I'm asking again, did you ask Mommy? No. Okay. You don't get in trouble for telling the truth.
Right.
I might talk to you about it,
Hmm.
but I'm not going to get you in trouble for telling the truth. You're in trouble now for lying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the problem. So we had to deal with that.
That's some of the things that I think is teaching them how to have good character
Yeah.
and giving them true life meanings of what is it not when you're not telling the truth,
Mm-hmm.
when you're saying words you're not supposed to say, when you're doing things you're not supposed to be
Throwing
doing,
tantrum, stand up.
all the tantrum, the whining that happens. It's so much whining that goes on between both of them. And it's when when they're doing the most is when they haven't had a nap.
I didn't know naps was so essential over
Man, I
here.
mean, I guess because naps are essential for people. We throw tantrums in adult
You know
ways.
what? I'm starting to think that all the people with all the rage and stuff, go take a nap
Go
real
take a
quick
nap. Y'all
because
ain't napping.
I think this world would be a happier place if everybody just took a nap.
That needs to
A
be a thing.
mandatory just nap
Man, it is just like we're big kids. Just
because they
the
be
rage.
somebody else after that nap.
Why everybody? Yeah, it's so much I want to say about that, but because I was about to go there, but I'm not. So take a nap. But no, it's like now we're learning how. I'm thinking about how school was for me
Mm.
and how I had to digest what happened throughout my day and then share with my mom what happened. And then she comes back, or my dad comes back too, talks about, well, this is why this happened, or this is what you should do next time, and all that. So now I'm on the other end where right now Delia is dealing with friendships. And there's this girl in her class where this girl is not acting like a friend to her, but Delia is still feeling pulled to be her friend.
Mm.
And so in my mind, I remember this type of kid. This kid is the popular girl in the class where everybody is like she's a magnet to other people and she feels like she can do anything to you and you still be her friend. And so this is an ongoing thing. So one day, I guess this she put her hand in her face, you know, kind of deal. Like, I don't know how, but she said she got up close to her. I said, "What did she do?" She said she got up close to me, put her hand in my face. I said, "Well, you have boundaries and you don't have to accept that. So tell her to back up next time." Kind of deal, like getting to her to know that some of these things aren't okay. Another time where she didn't feel like she wanted to share with me and all this stuff, and then she has a birthday party coming up. I wish I can go to her birthday party. I said, well, Delia, you just told me she wasn't acting like a friend, yet you want to go to her birthday party, but she's having a birthday party again. I'm just remembering these things where she's the popular person of the class. Like you want to go to her birthday party. And like so I'm at the point to where I'm teaching her how to value herself and know how to be treated, and how you don't have to be her friend. You don't have to allow her to treat you this way. And so it's those lessons that you have to do. And so I think what one of the ways we find is we find books, or we have books that center around that type of, because they don't know until you see it, until you show it, until it's shown on television or whatever. So kind of talking about that with them. Lavelle's not at that age yet, although he has stuff going
Oh no,
on
he'll
at the
tell you.
school. But he'll be like,
Molly, his buddy right now.
yeah.
She be waving at me now. Molly waving at you. She's like,
Yeah.
What
He
up, Molly? You know,
he's so extra when I drop him off. He's
oh yeah,
like
no.
apprehensive about walking. He just not trying to walk fast or whatever and get in. But when, but I haven't picked him up I only picked him up a few times.
Lately, every time I go pick him up, he starts to look like he's going to cry,
Hmm.
and the teacher is looking like, "What is happening? Why is
Yeah.
he doing that?"
So
Like it's most likely because of this morning. He talked to mommy. He wanted to have me hold him
yeah.
and all this other stuff. And now, since I'm here now, he can do that, and
Yeah.
he's upset.
Yeah. Which I am glad that he finds a safe place in that. That means to me, if we keep doing that, he's going to be able to share with you
Hmm.
things that he needs to
Oh
share,
yeah,
or
oh
with
yeah. He
us,
be telling.
kind of thing. So like we want to be able to create that atmosphere. That's what DJ, you said,
Mhm.
was about creating an atmosphere of trust, in that, okay, we're not going to get you in trouble, but we need to know, or we're not going to hurt you or do anything to you if you tell us this, but we need to know what happened. And so sometimes it's be like, I don't want to tell you because I don't know. And it's like, no, we need to know what happened.
Yeah,
So,
I'm
and they
not.
tell us.
I'm not trying to be your friend, but what I want to be is someone you could confide in and tell, so I could at least try to walk you through it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, even if you have a friend like that, they ain't really looking out for you like that.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure you're good,
Yeah.
but also make sure you're not doing something wrong.
Yeah. So I think that is I kind of went
Yeah,
on talking about the parenting techniques, because you went on that one, and positive reinforcement and setting boundaries. I think that has been something that we've basically been trying to do. Um
and stop pointing. Sorry, go ahead.
huh?
No. Sorry, I had a flashback. He kept pointing at people, and I
Oh.
told him to stop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just routines in the house, like TV time, screen time. Really trying to find places where we have family time, or where I play with them. He's in this phase where play with me.
Play with me.
And
Play
so,
with me.
and then you get to playing with him, and then he don't want you to play that way with what he wanted you to play with him with. And it's like, okay, but you told me to play with you. So trying to find, but just trying to be there. Like you can see this attention part.
They're getting into Uno though.
Uno has been good for them.
Hmm.
And so I think we should keep that up.
To delay a BB twice the very first time, I'm like, this ain't cool.
So I think,
She getting good.
and so I think let's talk about personalities.
Hmm.
About their personalities. I think I see both of us in them.
Oh yeah.
For Delia, I see her tenacity, her persistence with stuff like that. Well, I see where she gets mad because she doesn't get the way she
Oh yeah.
wants it. But then when I tell her, like, this is a new way, how about you do it this way? She goes further into it. Like her logical side is more than I think I probably would have done. Like I could see her being a good gamer,
Oh,
or a good
she got upset with me because I didn't teach her how to play
huh?
this game on my phone. She's
Oh,
like,
okay.
"You ain't taught me yet. I ain't gonna teach you. I'm just gonna hand you the phone. You learn."
But a good like the technical back end side, the stuff that I don't care to deal with. Detail. She's very detail oriented kind of person.
Oh, her drawing skills is getting better.
Drawing skills,
She
her
can make a cat now.
she can make a cat.
You see that cat she made?
Where? Which one? On the computer? Or I mean on her
No,
tablet,
she
or
can
on
make a pretty good cat head.
the cat head. I didn't see it. So
She getting
like
good.
she's doing a lot of things. And I could say I guess I was, but I wasn't as skilled as she was. Like I was still drawing, things to the side. Like I'll be artistic, but it wouldn't be grand. Like, but you look at her, you like, wow, like how old are you?
Mhm.
kind of thing. So I think that's something that we're seeing. But that's a lot of you in there. I see a lot of that. And with me, it's more her
Books,
emotional side and her book. Yeah,
books.
yeah. She just be learning
That,
just to
that,
learn.
that girl will get up. She will come home
Uh huh.
from school, go to her room,
Yep.
and pretend to be in school.
Yep. Pretend to be a teacher and teaching the students. Have her
She will
teddy bears lined up,
line up and be up there teaching.
teaching the class on the board.
I'm
What
like,
she?
who
What?
does that?
Yep. Yeah. So, and then she keeps saying, "Weren't you a teacher? You were a teacher. You teach kids." Like I was like, I don't teach like I used to, but I get what you're saying. So I could see that in her. I asked her, "Would you want to be a teacher?" She said yes. And so, although
Yeah,
she could be a teacher,
don't
teach
burst that
anything.
bubble. Just let her have it.
Yeah, just let her have it. Don't burst it. She could be a professor. She go further. She can get her
That's what I
PhD.
said. Don't burst that bubble. Let her
Yeah,
have it. See
let
what
her have it.
happens.
And so yes. Anything about her personality?
So we got artsy.
Yeah.
She's starting to get good at math.
Yeah.
Read books.
Yeah, she's starting to read.
Very inclined when it comes to music.
Yeah.
The girl be on beat,
Yep. On beat, dancing. Like
dancing.
the thing is with dance class, she doesn't show as much as she would show
No,
here.
no.
And I don't know how to.
I figured it out. This ain't her kind of dance she wants to do.
True.
It's fine,
Yeah.
yeah, but this ain't what I want to do. I want to do ballet.
She wants to do ballet. So, but still, even with ballet, the, she doesn't give the energy that we see to people in her class. And I wonder what that is. And it might just be her knowing that it's okay to be you.
I know. I know. If it's anything like me, I hate practice. But when I get there on stage,
Mm-hmm.
because after she saw herself on
Yeah.
stage,
Yeah.
oh, what was she doing for the next like 2
Yeah.
days?
She was,
She
yeah.
was out there practicing her
Mm-hmm.
moves and
Yeah.
everything. It's the practice part that it's just
Mm-hmm.
like I just
Yeah.
want to get out there.
Yeah.
Not not understanding the practices to help you
To
get
help you
out
get
there.
out there. Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
if it's boring. I don't want
But
to do this.
and
I want to be out there.
but she loves watching performers.
Oh yeah.
Like anything on stage where somebody's dancing, performing ballet, whatever, hip hop, singing and dancing, whatever that is. She likes that. Even when she was at her recital and she watched the older kids, like she saw them and was like, "Ooh!" Like she
Oh,
looked at it.
that pushed her over there. She was like, I'm
So
out there.
so it's something there with that. But yeah. So
She's a visual learner.
yeah, visual, very visual. You show her, she got it.
But
That's how I am
she was
too.
showing me some stuff today. I was like, okay, good job. She made an octagon out of shapes and stuff.
Yep, she's been doing that. Them tablets, I tell you, do wonders with these
Hmm.
kids.
That's why I was like, show me. I don't want to turn it down.
All right. The other child,
Veil.
personality. He's 3, so we
He's
got a little
needy.
bit more
He's
time.
very needy.
Clingy.
Very clingy.
Person, what do you think? Who is he more?
I
Is
don't
he?
know.
Can you tell yet? Maybe.
No.
Okay.
Because the thing is, since he's more into just one thing, I would say that's me
Yeah.
because he is stuck on one thing.
Yeah.
He don't care about nothing else.
Yeah.
One thing. And that sounds like me. Because I am stuck on one thing.
Yeah. Yep. That's probably what it
I'm
is.
like, I don't want to watch nothing else. I don't want to do nothing else.
Right.
Give me that one thing.
If it ain't got a truck,
If it don't got a
car,
monster truck in
tire,
it, a tire,
a wheel.
some horns, not these horns, the honk. I don't want to watch it. That's him.
So I think that's what we're seeing more so.
But it's not a bad thing. It's just he's focused. That's one thing. He is very focused.
Mm-hmm.
Not in a sense of like I'm stuck, but
Yeah.
when he's on to something, he stays there.
He stays there. He tries to build around it, build for it, build like he has something captured in his head,
What it looks like.
what it looks like.
Just don't know how to
And
explain it yet.
no, and so he's like, okay, I'm trying to get it. And then when he finally puts it together, he's like, this is what I'm saying. I'm like, oh wow, this is nice. And you'll see trains of cars somewhere or
Mhm.
something, and like buildings and stuff being built and all this stuff. And you're like, okay, I see what you mean. Did you see that? I think did I send it to you? The TikTok where the room looks like a mess.
I saw that. I
And
meant to show you
then,
that.
oh, okay. The
I
room
was
looks like
like,
a mess from up top, but when you go and bring the
and
camera
brought it down
down
to
to their
to
level,
their level. It
it's
looked like a
like
whole world
it's a
going.
little
I
world
was
going
like,
on.
you know what? How many times I told them to pick stuff up, but then at the same time,
It still needs to be cleaned up.
it still need to be cleaned up.
But you can see what they're seeing
Yeah,
as far as like their own little world.
it
And it was like, oh yeah, I get it, because that's
didn't
what
help
you
with the
need.
music either.
Yeah, it did help with the
Playing
music.
the up music. I was like, oh, this feels so sad now.
And so yeah, and I think that's where he is with that. He's in his own little world and he'll be there. You just let him go.
Well, I want him to be there
Yeah.
because for a while he wasn't getting there. He was more like, I need you to help me get there
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I need you to play by yourself so you can see it.
Right.
And now he's getting to that point to where every now and then you'll see him and he's just like off, just do, 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 do.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's where you need to be
That's where you need to
because
be.
that's what I used to do. It
Yeah.
didn't matter what toy I had.
Yeah. Just
Play
doing it.
bingo pieces. I had a whole war going on.
And that's what I was opposite of. I didn't know how to play. Like
That
that was just
imagination.
my attention span with things like that was like phew. And so but yeah, I think school is doing something to
Oh
him
yeah.
too, as far as positively, where we see him he's getting we really needed him to work on his social emotional skills.
Yeah.
And so that was key.
Well, he's a pandemic baby because
True.
the what first year and a half it was just basically him and his sister,
Yep.
nobody else.
Hmm. Well, he would still have the sitter. He'll still go to the sitter, but still
As
he
far
didn't
as
have
other
like
kids,
no other kids
no.
around him. So he didn't have that
Mm-mm.
atmosphere, and we couldn't go nowhere other than outside to the park. We
Yep.
would go, and he was still a baby. So, still young where he still couldn't get up to the high places and stuff like that. So, I remember that first time I think we were actually able to go to the park. And he was still learning to walk, and he went out and he saw the other kids running, and he like, wait a minute, is that what I could do with my legs?
I'm telling you, I know
And
exactly what happened. He saw them two little boys over there playing, and he was just fascinated. He was just stuck on them because they was running back and forth, playing with
yeah,
stuff. I'm telling you, that next week he was on it.
yeah,
He was,
yeah.
I'm up. I'm like,
Hmm.
okay. I was like, that's all it took. You had to see some boys doing it.
Yeah, but I could. Oh yeah, sorry. I
Mm,
was about to move to the next
no, go
level.
ahead.
No, but as far as like we're seeing his personality.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think as far as for like us, when it comes to like how we're seeing things, we're able to now create spaces to where we could still have time for ourselves.
Hmm.
And because they're now like not totally self-sufficient, we could create the atmosphere to where they can do things like now they can get up and go get water, or delay can really
He's
is
still
the
learning. He's
yeah,
three,
he's
so
still learning how to do water and ice, or we'll have things set up from like we able to plan it out for them
mhm.
so that we could be successful. Because like even before the first podcast dates, we would have to wait till they were asleep to do a podcast. Even then, so we wouldn't start till like 10, 11 o'clock.
We tired.
We tired, and you could tell, you know, that we're
Looking like,
tired.
well, I look tired
But
today.
now it's like, okay, we set them up, because now they're a little older, and even now, even sooner or later, it will be where, you know, we'll be able to do it during the day.
Hmm.
They come home from school, whatever. We just go ahead and do the podcast. They ain't got they go put something in the microwave and stuff like that. Like so,
Still better ask.
yeah, right. And so just like all the demands that we have, I feel as we're still finding our way, but in each season we're finding out like
Oh yeah,
how to groove.
it's gonna continually evolve.
Yeah.
It's never gonna be the same as the first year, the second year. There's
Yep.
always gonna be something different, something to add to, something to take away.
Right.
Kind of like how they toys are right now,
Yeah.
where it's like, okay, y'all don't play with this. This is beyond
Mhm.
y'all age limit anyway. Let's go ahead and take this out
Mhm.
because we already know something new gonna be coming in, and y'all
Yeah.
gonna want to be playing with that.
Yeah. Exactly. So, it's a process.
Hmm.
It's a process, and I think like we did a lot of discussion about kids before we had them. And when you have them, it's like what we talk about again? Like,
Yeah, because I
it's
remember we
like
talked about the discipline. It's not the same.
it's not the same for both of them.
Mm-mm.
Like, the good thing is we did talk about it because we talked about discipline as far as like how we were
Yeah,
disciplined and what we hope to do, and then what we hope to do may not have,
not
I
even
don't
close.
remember. I don't remember what we talked about, but I think mainly discipline was key
Yeah.
in there. And I know we did talk about you, and you did bring up how you would discipline the kids. And that was something that I was like, okay, well, we gonna roll with it. And so as we kind of come to a close with this, when we look into the future, because we only have this, 6 years in, like, what is your hope and aspirations? I know it's a lot. That could be a whole episode in itself, but just like I look sometimes and I see the 16-year-old version of them, or I'll see the 21-year-old version of them. I see the 30-year-old version of them. Like, what do you hope to see in them?
So good thoughts on that. So basically, I want to get to the point to where I never have to lose that communication with them. I
Yeah.
know it's going to be difficult, especially when you get to teenage years.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I know probably with her, where I hear it all the time, where fathers and daughters, the communication gets lost because
Yeah.
she pulls away or something like that, and you got to
Mm-hmm.
fight hard to get it back. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I want to try to figure out a way, which it may not happen, but to keep that with them, so I can at least be able to know what's going on, like so I can try to help out somehow,
Yeah.
some way, try to figure out ways what can work. Or maybe just talking straight up is not going to work. Maybe you have to write me a note, something like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Find those ways to communicate.
yeah, and also I want them to be at a point to where they can do what they want, but I want them to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if you want to be, in basketball, okay, you be in basketball, but you're going to finish the season.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I know you ain't liking it, but the thing you chose, you need to finish it.
You need to finish it.
Just we ain't doing no quitting just because it got too difficult.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need you to finish it. If you don't like it at the end of that, cool. If you
Yeah.
do, let's go for another one. That kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
I just want them to be healthy.
Wanting to be healthy, spiritually,
hmm
I think is one of the things that I have been talking to a lot of parents about, um, who have kids that are older than them and what they've been doing. And they've been sharing with me how they go over devotionals with their child. They do Bible studies with their children. They're really, truly care about their spiritual growth, and because the world is crazy. So figuring out what that would look like for us, and I know we talked about it before, we have our own check-in system that we
hmm
have, and so we hope to get to a point to where we're checking as a family,
Yeah,
and where we'll come together and where we'll
I
talk.
still
And
got it on my phone to let me know.
yep, to where we try to do some form of way that we do ours, where we could come together and have a conversation together.
Yeah,
So where it would be money, it'll be, it'll be their relationships could be friendships, or it could be their relationships with us, their family. It could be about what's not working, what we need to help them out with, what did we do to is there something that we did that you saw that we could have done better as a parent for you? Like, I want to be able to have those conversations. And I feel like we're trying to parent how, not to say we didn't get parented well, like the things my parents did were very, they were nurturing, they helped me, but there were also some things that they didn't do. So some of the things they didn't do, I wish was done.
I know.
So I'm
No,
going back to
I'm
that.
trying to expand more on
Yeah.
the parenting I
Yeah.
received. That's
Yeah.
basically what I'm doing.
Yeah. Expand more. Yeah. That's good. Just, yeah, you're right.
Because it was like my parenting was good. I just
Yeah.
needed more.
Just needed some things like, those hard conversations. I think for me, I was still closed in as a child. I could have opened up to them, but I don't think they provided a great space for me to. They tried. They tell me anything. They did that, but it was like me. I held back, and that was because I was in fear of what they would think of me. if I told them certain things. And so now I'm to the point to where like I'm constantly, don't be in fear of whatever you tell me. Just go ahead and tell me. And it could be this could be about anything, you know. So even to the point of to how they view God, you know, like I want that to be open for them. I don't want it to be forced to where they feel like some of these people out here, they run away from Jesus because of they never got the foundation before. So with their prayer time, okay, you can pray about superheroes, you can pray about ducks, you can pray about birds, you can pray about anything. Like I don't want to stifle whatever their view is because God is grand. So if you want to pray for the minions and you want to pray for Encanto, let's pray for Encanto. The people need Jesus too.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
wait, along them lines,
mhm,
my biggest thing is, as a parent, it's our job to set the foundation, especially we're talking spiritual here or God. Um, it's our job to set the foundation, but it's not our job to make them choose.
yeah, yeah,
A lot of parents do too much by forcing them kids
yeah,
to follow God
yeah,
when you usually know what happens with that.
yeah,
You force them so much to the point to where they reject you and reject God.
yeah,
So our job is to build the structure.
yeah,
That means you, as the parent,
yeah,
need to have that structure of God and
mm-hmm,
then show them that structure
yeah,
in the building blocks, wherever you need to do, talk to them about it and everything. But
yeah,
as far as forcing them,
yeah,
let them make that choice.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do the same with my kids. I'm give them a chance to be like, hey, I'm not gonna sit there and tell them, hey, you need to follow God or what else. Like, I'm pretty sure it's gonna get to a point where they're gonna start asking questions. Why am I doing this? Isn't it?
mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna
They
tell them,
ask it now.
yeah, they're asking that. I'm like, it's gonna be your choice.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got baptized twice. Maybe I think it was more than that, but it's twice.
It's twice for me too.
But the second time I did it was my choice.
Yeah,
And but that was like later years. Like, yeah, the
yeah,
first time I did it was because they made me do it. I was like,
mm-hmm.
oh, okay. But I had no actual knowledge of it. I was just doing it because I was told to do it.
Right,
I want them to be able to make that choice to do it.
right.
It's a different feeling. It's a different knowledge. I
It's
just want to
different.
put that out there.
Yeah, yeah. It's showing them God on their level and showing them how they can love and how they can allow God to love them
Yeah,
on their level.
on that level.
Like God is so grand, but how does he fit in me?
I didn't think about that. Because if I'm sitting there trying to force God, that means I'm
Yeah.
trying to force my level of knowledge of God
Mm-hmm.
on you when you're
Yeah.
not there yet.
They're still curious about things like where do people go when they die?
Yeah.
How did I get here? Those are the questions right now.
Yeah, because my son still calls off Foxy.
Yeah.
And we told him where Foxy is. But
Yeah.
whenever he gets sad or needs something, he yells out
Yeah.
for Foxy.
Yeah. So different things that are you would think is like, okay, why they keep asking, but they're curious.
Yeah.
We keep talking about this God. We keep praying. What does that even mean?
Yeah.
Why are we praying to this person I can't see?
Hmm.
And they'd say that. Like Delay is like, I can't see God. Why are we praying? I said, well, you have to break it down to what the Holy Spirit means. And when you accept him, this is what it is for you. And
I'll explain my experiences to her.
yeah, so it's go time with these kids when it comes to stuff like that. So I think that is our hopes for them. And like we said, it's it's never ending. Big question at the end, because we love our kids so much. Everybody wants to know. People have been asking. No, they really haven't. They haven't been asking,
They've
but
been
I
asking.
know people have been probably in your heads.
No, people been asking me. Go ahead.
Are we having more kids?
No.
Yes. No. You like
You say yes. I'm like, it's still no.
Did I want more kids? It was like a half and half.
that half win.
I want them to come out like as a boss baby. Like
an adult in a baby body.
I don't want the baby stage. But it would be great to have another little person.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I thought about it.
Right.
Especially,
We think about it.
Well, because Lavelle, especially right before we started doing the podcast, he was talking to himself, but he was saying brother.
Yeah.
Hey, I already know they both want another kid, sibling. But I told him it was like,
this is what they have friends for, and
we made two of y'all. We got the boy girl.
Let's just go boy girl combo.
Girl, boy,
and it's even when we go on roller coaster rides when they get older. Like we ain't got to worry about trying to have a child. Then we got to go back in the line to go get it. That's what I think about when having kids, honestly. So if we were to have another one, we would have to have 4 children.
No, you have
because
God will have to intervene.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because I like even. Let's keep it even.
Don't get me wrong. I love my kids. I just don't want more.
So I think we should title that.
I don't want more.
No, are we having more kids?
Are we having? Yes, that's the title of this.
As the title.
No.
Of that, and we left it as the last one, so y'all could be like, "Ooh, I'm gotta watch to hear if they having more kids." This is an announcement. Is y'all saying something?
Nope. I should have held on longer. Then I should have just.
No. It's good
timing. I gave instant.
No. We done. We are done, and I'm okay with it. I am okay with it. I'm learning to love where they are, the stages they are, and shush your mouth. And you never know. We might be blessed to have somebody that later on that can stay with us. You know how sometimes my parents used to bring kids in.
Oh yeah, I can see myself doing that, having a extra son because he's a friend of the family.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that. So you never know where that might be the case.
Or daughter.
Or have a This Is Us situation.
Yeah. What? Oh.
Where Randall and was it Randall?
Yeah, it was Randall.
Okay. Anyway, so
how did that happen again? They adopted her?
They adopted. They went down the official route, but I was just saying this period. Like we might have,
that's a possibility.
Yeah, something like that. I'm okay with that. It'll be another level of parenting.
You need a dog first. Start out as a puppy. There you go. There's your baby.
I'm still the jury's still out on us want a dog. On me want a dog.
For you.
Yeah, because okay. That's a whole other are we getting a dog the next podcast episode? It would be like this. Okay, then you have your photo for the
what, for this one?
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, we are done with this episode. Y'all, please comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, review this, tell folks, share. Why y'all not sharing this with nobody? You listen to it, you like, ooh, I like this. Let me share with boot the boot, bop the bop, beep a deep, bop the bop. Share with them. Let them know.
All them names.
Yep, that's fill in the blanks with all those names I put. And yeah, y'all be good. Y'all be great. We love y'all. Peace.
Thank you for tuning into When Marriage and Purpose Collide, the podcast.
Click on the links in the description to learn a little more about us. Subscribe and send a review on your takeaways or any new insight you have gained in this episode. If you are a single Christian woman and you are seeking to date with intention and cultivate love in 2024, you'll also find resources and details on programs I have to offer in the description.
Don't worry, man. Resources coming soon.
See you back here for our next episode.